Somebody said on my previous video, please don't play Kamala again. I almost forgot she existed. You just gave me flashbacks.
What goes through your mind when you see this? You're here, you're now seeing it up close.
It's not only seeing it, Alex, you can smell it. You can feel it, right? So it's seeing it with our eyes, and many people have seen it. You all are covering it. But to literally be on the ground here, you can smell the smoke that was here. You can feel the toxicity, frankly, of the environment. You can feel the energy of all of the folks who are still here on the ground.
Oh, okay.
I showed my wife this and she told me, what did she say? And says, I don't know exactly, but that is actually the reason why she lost. Because nobody can actually understand what she really means, and that's why nobody trusted her policies.
Can you do me a favor?
A 22-year-old woman escorted from a downtown Miami hotel accused of ripping off her ex to the tune of $850,000.
I had great intentions with her. I loved her with all my heart. I treated her to the best that I could.
Michael Anthony Bravo is a guy who hit it big in the crypto market. He also thought that finding Jabali last June was a win in the love department.
I always, spoiled her with great dinners, whatever she wanted, whenever she wanted to go shopping. I provided for her. I helped pay her bills.
But this relationship would head south a couple of weeks ago. He fell asleep on his yacht and woke up to find she was gone, along with his American Express credit card and $850,000 in cryptocurrency.
As soon as she transferred the Trump coin from my wallet into her wallet, she left within 7 minutes.
I think this was a plan from day one, that she targeted my client, that she's much more sophisticated than he gave her credit for. And for someone 22 years old to have set all this up, this can't be her first rodeo either.
Private investigator David Bolton was hired to track her down and found her in a downtown Miami hotel on Valentine's Day, where Miami police confronted her. Investigators say she told them, "That loser is my ex-boyfriend. He lets me use his credit card." Police say she also booked an Airbnb with his card, with a charge of more than $4,200. She was arrested for grand theft and credit card fraud. But the problems for Bravo didn't end there. After appearing in court, the Tunisian native was handed over to immigration officials. The problem is she has the key to a crypto wallet that holds Bravo's money.
And that's kind of put us in the bind that we are with immigration at this point. And certainly we don't want her to be deported until she goes before a judge and before our client is made whole.
Love is blind when you're very rich, but also when you love to steal from other people, you might be blind to the justice system. Because the fact that you're outside on Valentine as if nothing happens makes no sense.
I'm blind!
The fact that you robbed so much money and you could have gone to Tunisia, live like a queen, makes no sense. But you know what makes very much sense? The fact that ICE not only deports people, they also keep people in if you owe them money. And the fact that you owe so much money, it doesn't matter if you have a green card. If you steal too much, that will send you back.
Is a different beast than Trump 1.0, but people know their rights now more than ever, and we will build towns and cities, we will build fortresses of resistance. So I'm going to paint the scene. Karine is in her home. She doesn't have a keyhole, but she does have a window. The door does have a lock, and there is nobody in the home that has a deportation order. So, con eso,
Tac, tac, ¿no? Sí. Tac, tac. ¿Pueden abrir la puerta? ¿Pueden abrir la puerta? Andamos buscando una persona con nombre de Juana.
¿Juana qué?
Juana Gutiérrez.
No, acá no vive ninguna Juana Gutiérrez.
Por favor, ¿puedes abrir la puerta?
¿Tiene una orden?
Juana Gutiérrez, estamos buscando a Juana Gutiérrez.
Aquí no vive ninguna Juana Gutiérrez.
muchísimas gracias a nuestros voluntarios. There will never be enough lawyers in this movement to keep us safe. And so it is incredibly important that we remember that these trainings are like muscle memory. The same way children do fire drills and now they walk out of the school and they're texting, they're not even thinking. That's the sort of muscle memory we want to build here.
This is an NGO that is supported by the government, getting money from the government to give these lessons, and they have a book called Deportation Defense Manual. And you might be saying, why do you have an issue with this? Well, officially, I don't have an issue with this. You can do whatever you want. You can apply by the law to survive in a country even if you're illegal. What I find odd, this is an NGO supported by taxpayers' dollars.
What?
And the fact that a president was voted in for a more secure border and NGOs are supporting the opposite message. Venga, dilo. Remember to subscribe.
I should be really clear. Praying in of itself is not an offence under this bill. We are not banning prayer under the act.
Performative prayer. If you're standing at a window with your hands together in front of your face in that classic kind of, you know, that classic image of prayer. If you're standing at a window so people can see you, then could it be interpreted as an offence?
That then depends on who's passing the window and whether anybody
so he's not
can
wrong,
actually...
is he, J.D. Vance?
No,
he's not wrong.
He is wrong because if... I don't know anyone that can pray loudly or performatively enough to be seen from outside their own house.
I find it very interesting they created a law that you are not allowed to pray at your window because you might offend somebody that might pass by. And their defense, well, I don't know people that pray that loud and they might offend a person. And I'm like, then why do you have the law?
70 Christians have been found beheaded. Yes, beheaded. In a church in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Why is no one reporting this? Why does no one seem to care? Well, let me bring in Dexter Van Zyl, an expert on anti-Christian violence. Dexter, what can you tell us about this absolutely barbaric atrocity?
Okay, well, first of all, it took place in the Democratic Republic of Congo, which is a huge country with about 105 million people. That right now is basically in a conflict with neighboring Rwanda over territory in Kivu, okay? And the violence was perpetrated by an organization that was affiliated with ISIS.
And now you know why. And the fact that you cannot call it out because it doesn't go with a message, yeah, it becomes an issue. Don't believe me? Let's go to Ground News. As you can see, Ground News can cover all the stories that you want. And you can see all the people that are covering it. Interesting, right? But for some odd reason, there's only 3 left-leaning, 3 left, and 21 right-wing? Whoa, that's a lot. Interesting. Let's see how centers say it. Congo, Christian, nice. What about the left? 1 Christian, missing people, and just beheaded. Translations, they don't want other people to look bad, even if the Christians have been removed from existence. Just a girl in Spain without a headscarf standing up for the girls with a headscarf saying that Catholic schools should be banned because they're too Catholic. I'm like, they don't teach Catholics in the school, but you still want to use any mini reason to justify banning Catholics in the school.
Can you tell us what your message is to these senators while we're walking?
I think it's really cruel to fire people for poor performance when they've only had great feedback. We've never had an issue with our performance, and we're doing work for the American public. We're here for safety, and we're patriots. We love our country. That's why we're taking these jobs that don't pay us in the private sector. I'm an accountant. I could get a private sector job tomorrow, but...
You expect me to believe all this?
First of all, I don't believe you. Second of all, if it was that easy, just go get a job. Third of all, we can fire people because of poor performance, even if you think you performed right. I've been fired so many times. Not because of poor performance, maybe the business is not maintainable that way. Ta-da!
Why are people here screaming Viva Mexico, but they don't want to live in Mexico?
I actually don't want to answer your questions.
What about you, sir? You smile. Do you have an answer for that?
Did you go to school here?
Yeah.
Did they teach you Texas history?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay, so this
What
is...
about Texas history?
There's treaties here that were broken by the white man. Yeah.
Texas was an independent nation before it became a part of the United States.
After it was Mexico.
Texans,
After it was
yes.
Mexico. After it was
Texans were tired of Santa Anna's overreach. They claimed independence from Mexico.
Did you know,
Sir, can I?
Do you suck Freemason what? Why do you work for the Freemasons?
Sir,
Why?
Can I?
Why? Why can't we say Freemason? Is it illegal now?
Okay, sir,
Do you go? What level of Freemason do you want to be at?
Can I respond or no?
Yeah, are you sucking Trump's
Okay, that became very gay very quickly. I didn't even know why he had to say that.
What level of Freemason do you want to be at?
Can I respond or no?
Yeah, are you sucking Trump's
If you just want to vent, I'll let you vent. If
No,
you want to
I'm
have a
just- I think
logical
your questions are
conversation,
You obviously can't pay attention to history. You have no education on the Texas. This is Mexico. If you don't like it here, you can go somewhere the else.
what is Mexico, sir?
This was Mexico first. If you don't like that you're standing on the blood of others, then you can leave because this is sacrosanct land. You're actually
Sir, I
putting
just
a
told you
curse on your
Texas.
people, on your
I
family
just
by
told
doing
you
this.
Texas was an
Get out of my
independent
face. You
was
need
an
to back up a
independent
little
country.
bit. You smell. You need to back up just a little bit.
Okay.
Okay.
When people start insulting you, I don't know, you kind of won already.
I got the email, and I honestly feel like this is a great opportunity to outline what you as an employee bring to the bring to the federal government. And if it's really good what you outline, they could give you an opportunity to get a promotion or something. Like, God forbid, they ask you what you've done. Any other job, they'll ask you at the end of the week, at the end of the month, because I used to do bookkeeping. Okay, so what did we do, at the end of the month? What are the clients that we have to, gear towards to? So at the end of the day, God forbid anybody make any, and it's this democratic thing. It's like, I don't want to get the parties into it, but they don't want to go to work. They want to work from home. People are not working from home. This is what you signed up for. If you don't like it, resign. You know what I'm saying? They gave you the opportunity to find another job. I mean, it's not that hard. You're complaining about actually working. I don't get it.
Reminds you of my mom. That's a smart woman. Reminds me of my wife.
I'm not mad at your perspective. That's why I like talking to people. I like talking to people, and I like talking to people who are in it, because everybody sees things a different way.
I wonder,
I haven't heard this perspective.
Do you feel like there are a lot of people that are not working, that are taking days off? I guess exactly what Trump and Elon are saying.
Absolutely. I work from home, and do you know what? Donald Trump got the gadget idea because Elon Musk, he fired like 80% of the Twitter people or Tesla people for his company, because you can buy a gadget that actually shakes up like you're at the desk, but you're really not working, because the computers, it shuts off if it's non-activity within like 5 minutes. So it requires you to actually work from home. But it's gadgets around that, and people are actually buying it and using it and not working. And this is our taxpayers' money, and you have to work.
I still remember when they were about to do that in Spain, everybody was like, that's slavery, blah, 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 working from home, you need to trust me. I'm like, what are you talking about? You can work from home. You can just watch a YouTube video.
Yeah,
you don't like it, get another job.
I understand what you're saying, but you can't just take a wrecking ball to the infrastructure of the federal government and just start firing people all willy-nilly. Because what about those people who work at the nuclear workers, who they fired and then ended up realizing, like, oh, we need these people? Or the people who work at I think it was the USDA,
totally
who are overseeing the bird flu. You can't just fire them.
I agree. Right, I agree with you on that. But the people that's complaining about writing an email, it's going to take, 5 minutes out of your day, 10 minutes? I read on Twitter, a guy was complaining, it's going to be an hour. It takes you an hour to write 5 things that you completed? Okay, maybe you do need another job.
Oh, so you agree with it. Okay, thank you, Mama.
A great perspective.
She is right. If you need more than 5 minutes to describe what you're doing at home, I mean, I don't want to laugh at people losing their job, but you don't need an hour to describe that. And that's why she laughed. Well, maybe you deserve to get fired.
Don't get me wrong, ma cosa kita bong. Put the fire na mi blonde kush hash purple skunk criollo colombici jam jam dur loqueta verdetta welcome.